one of my character bios today. Ignore my hair, it's a mess. It was raining today and I have very humidity prone hair. So yes, but today I'm going to be doing the story of Folk. You can't really read it. And I'm also doing her summon beast, Usachan. Cute little pages with bunnies because Usachan is a bunny. So yes, and Folk is a summoner. So you've got Folk the summoner and her summon beast Usachan, which is a bunny. That is her spirit beast form, or her summon beast form. So this is Folk. I put some new eyes in her recently and I'm still not sure about them, but they're growing on me more and more. I was going to change them back to her old gray eyes, but I decided not to because she looked even more grumpy and more folk-like with these. So I'm kind of liking them. Plus they're really, really shiny and pretty, which you can't really see today, but ooh, they follow you. But anyway, this is Folk. We'll talk about her first. Folk is what is known as a summoner, and summoners are very, very outgoing creatures. They are very in your face. They are very demanding, but they don't find themselves rude. They find themselves more like it's a pride thing for them to talk about themselves. They're not secretive. They're just really out there. And the whole reason that summoners exist is to find their summon beast, which Folk had not found for a long time, and to protect certain areas of the world from dark summoners, which summon like dark creatures to take over and kind of inhabit an area. So this good summoners, which Folk is, protect areas of the world from the bad summoner, dark summoners. But in my story, Folk actually is one of the first creatures that I encounter. She comes to my house a long, long time ago. Because the area in which Arthoniel's home is located has been known to have a lot of magical creatures that have not been discovered. So she thought for sure that her summon beast would be here somewhere. And back then she had not found her summon beast. So she stayed in my home for many months, searching and searching for her summon beast, but was unable to find it. And so one day she just up and disappeared from my house. And I did not see Folk for 13 years, I think it was. And then all of a sudden, Folk showed back up on my doorstep, pushy and bossy as ever, with her summon beast, which was poor little Usachan. So Usachan is this little girl right here. Usachan is a summon beast. Summon beasts do not really have a purpose until they are discovered by a summoner. They're kind of free magical creatures. They can go wherever they want. They can do whatever they want. They have no purpose whatsoever in life until they are found by a summoner. And they know that they will eventually be found by a summoner, and they just hope and pray that it's going to be a kind and generous one that will love them and take care of them, and they can work together to protect wherever land they are protecting. But it just so happens that Usachan, with all of her freedom and happiness, was discovered by Folk. And Folk is not exactly the kindest individual. You can tell by her face, she is not the nicest. She loves to protect an area. She's very, very good at it. Now that she's found Usachan and has trained her to be a great summon beast. But the truth is, she is not very nice to Usachan. So Usachan spends a lot of her time being berated and poked fun at, and she kind of pines for her old life that she used to live in freedom. And she knew this day would come, but she was hoping beyond hope that it would not be a summoner quite like Folk. But in one of my storylines, Folk began to kind of understand Usachan and began to treat her with a little bit more respect. So that was one of my storylines, and they began to get along with each other a little bit better. But Folk is still very, very unreasonably cruel at times to poor Usachan, but she's trying much harder to be nicer because they know they have to spend eternity together, and why live eternity in misery. So, and they are currently protecting, they live with me and they protect the area that Arthoniel's home resides in from evil summoners that will come and kind of take over the area for evil deeds. So, yes, her and Usachan protect my house. Now, Folk is a Latidol Sophie tan from the Farah's Curse release. Now, this particular Sophie in general has a very sweet face. But she, with these eyebrows, actually has a very grumpy face. So, yes, it was only right that I gave her a grumpier story. She's still really cute, but she is grumpy. But yes, she is a Latidol Sophie tan. And she's really sweet. I got her, I don't even remember when I got her. It's been a long time though. But she still looks adorable and I love her. And she just got those eyes recently. And Usachan I actually got from a website called BJ Fantasy Parts. But she's by the company Paper and Sakura, I think is what it's called. They are extremely hard to find. Outside of Taobao, there's really nowhere else you can buy these little guys. I just so happened to stumble upon an English website that was selling them for a while, but she's completely disappeared. So I've been unable to find any of the resin animals since. eBay had them for a while, and now they are gone from there as well. So I don't even know where you can get these anymore, except on Taobao, and I do not know the store name because I already have mine. So I've not really pursued the subject at all. But yes, she is a cute little anthro bunny by Paper and Sakura, I think is what it's called. But gosh, I don't even know. But I like her a lot. But yes, that is the story of Folk and Usachan. Poor Usachan, I still feel bad for her. But it was only right that Folk, with her grumpy face, had a grumpy story to go with it. And you can see little Usachan has her little carrots and her little sad bunnies around. That one's kind of happy. But yeah, in general, she's kind of sad and depressed. And the other beings in the house can feel for her. So they often take her in for snacks and treat her really nicely. But Folk, a little bit difficult to deal with. So yes, that is the story of Folk and Usachan. And next is going to be Shire, the healing elfling. She's in a lot of my storylines. So yes, you get to meet her next. I don't know when I'm going to get around to that. I seem to be getting worse and worse at making these, but I really want to continue. So hopefully I can just keep that up. The time has been an issue, but I hope you guys are enjoying these because I really am. But anyway, yes, so I'll put her story below and you can read it, and Usachan's as well. But for now I gotta go, guys, so I'll talk to you soon. Bye.